Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. Okay, I got to get this order in place right now. 154. I know this is really not the most professional of, there we go, of beginnings to a video. But anyways, so welcome. This is a live video, live trading video. And what do I mean by live? Well, you kind of just witnessed what I mean. This is not anything where everything's been recorded and now I'm coming back and doing a post commentary or some sort of voiceover. I'm recording myself seeing this information for the very first time. So if you want raw thoughts, raw emotions, you're going to get that here. If you want a nicely edited video, a nicely scripted video, as you just saw, you're not going to get that here. But if you want a nitty gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, then you will find that here. And I'm watching GME right now, looking to try to play a pullback here on this surge upwards. And GME, this thing is a mover, and I'm prepared to potentially take a bigger loss than what I normally would. But the context of that is that my previous results going into today have been fine. So I have wiggle room, I have cushion. So even if I take a bigger loss than normal, it's not like I'm going to sit there and be blowing my entire week or my entire month or my entire year, nothing like that. But this is one of these stocks where you got to be willing to you got to be willing to accept the fact that, yeah, things might get rough if they don't go your way, just based on the function of how fast it moves. So, in fact, I'm glad. I want to go down to 152. So looking for a pullback here to 152. Now, because these are live, I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not. That all remains to be seen, but I wanted to kind of rush to get the video because as I was getting the video set up, the price was starting to pull back. Now it's consolidated out here a little bit. So I suppose I didn't need to rush through things, but and I feel a little guilty, but not really. I've already made one trade on it. So over here, you can see that I'm already up $222, but this trade was at 7:40 in the morning, lasted 17 seconds and made, excuse me, not 17 seconds, 27 seconds and made $220 on it. But point being, that happened so early in the morning. I mean, I can't remember the last time I took a trade at 7:40 in the morning, but happened too fast, didn't have the software anywhere close to being ready. So didn't get that one. So technically speaking, I do have a little bit of a cushion there, but we'll see what this wants to do. I'm contemplating potentially playing a break up over this 163-ish area. If 163 can be broken, I think it's got a chance to at least get up to 168, but that's going to require a little bit more. Wondering if I want to try play 162 up to 165-ish, because this is a nice little consolidation going on right now. But I will go ahead and pause the video, and if this thing decides it wants to pull back more or look like, well, what I'm curious about is it's almost 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock is when those brokerages, there they go. So let's see. Again, right up around this area. Yeah, 160. Now it's pulling back again. Big pullback. Yeah, let's see if it wants to get up there through 164. But as of now, pulling back quite a bit. But yeah, if this thing can get up through 164, oh wow, total turnaround there. Yeah, now I'm not sure how I feel about buying that pullback, because that's a pretty steep pullback there. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and pause for now. All right, Tesla, or not Tesla, GameStop here, maybe making a move here. In there at 163, looking for a move up through 164. So there's 164. Can it get through 164? There we go. And all out there for the scalp, which is what I was looking for. Might keep going, but given its pre-market, a little too risky, but I really liked the surge there. Was patiently waiting, got the move upwards, got the break. And yes, in hindsight, I know, Clay, if you would have held, you'd be up more. That's true, but the way it was behaving, just wasn't quite sure. I clearly got it wrong. But again, I don't know. I didn't get it wrong because I followed what I wanted to do. I got it right. And that's the tricky part with hindsight. And the little lesson there is whenever you use hindsight as your judge, you're always going to be wrong. Let me take that back. 99.9% of the time you'll be wrong because you'll have that 0.001% of the time where you actually like buy the bottom and sell the top perfectly. You'll probably have one of those trades. But other than that, unless you're buying the top, selling the bottom, and playing it perfectly, then hindsight's always going to be like, no, you did something wrong. You did something wrong. So I've been doing this for years, and I still, as you saw there, fell into that trap thinking, I didn't quite do it. No, I did it right. I got the breakout, was patient, let the breakout happen, let the price move in my direction, and then got a very nice trade from it. And now I'm up, I don't know, how much did I make on that trade? $500, I think, because I was up 222. Now I'm up 544. I'm not a mathematical wizard, but, and so again, yeah, it's still going. But hey, you know what? $500 in a minute, however long that trade was, I'll take it. But yeah, I'm up $744, and technically speaking, the market hasn't even quite opened yet. But yeah, I'm gonna let the market open now, and there GameStop goes. But like I said, I followed my plan. Feel great about that trade. Absolutely fantastic. And I should know. Check out where this thing pulled back to. Pulled back right to that area that I was talking about, 152. Never hit 152 though, I don't think. So that's the problem. But I moved on and was working on some customer service issues, so I canceled that order out. But yeah, I'm not patting myself on the back there, but the power of charts, check that out. You saw me talk about that area. You saw me put the order in, and then right there is yellow is probably a poor choice. But right there, down there, bounced off that level. So talk about hindsight. I mean, geez, Clay, could have bought at 162 or 152, and I'd be up basically going on $20 per share. But yeah, anybody got a time machine? So again, as a trader, whether you're new or old, always remember, if you're going to use hindsight as your judge, you are always going to be wrong. Market opens up here in about 7 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to touch GameStop anymore, because the nice thing about pre-market trading, which for those of you that are beginners and maybe new, that's what you're witnessing right now. With the right brokers, you can actually trade before 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is when the markets open up, which is called pre-market trading. And then you can also trade after the markets are closed, which is called after hours, post-market trading. Again, with the right broker. But the difference being between after hours, pre-market trading, and normal hours is normal hours, good old Uncle Sam likes to step in. The government knows best. So, the government, sometimes they say, stock, you're getting a little too crazy. And then they just halt the stock, which totally removes control from the trader. To be fair, sometimes it can work out very much so in your favor. Other times it can just punch you in the face. And I don't like having that uncertainty in my trading. And there's a high likelihood that GME is going to be halted during the day and during the morning session here. And I just don't feel comfortable with that. I'm not saying I'm going to totally avoid it, but odds are very high that I am definitely going to be avoiding it right out of the gates because I want to see how it trades. And like I said, that could cost me a lot of money, and that's a very, very real possibility. But you always got to remember that's a two-sided coin, because it could also save me a whole lot of money if something crazy goes on and slaughters a bunch of traders. I'm okay with just kind of watching the bloodshed from the sideline. But to be fair, hey, maybe those traders, they're playing it right. They're going to make a bunch of money. But welcome to the wonderful world of trading, and you just never quite know, especially with these videos, because right now there is no hindsight here. I have no idea what's about to happen because this is live, and look at GameStop now up over into the 170s. But like I said, that's going to be my plan. I'll probably watch Tesla out of the opening gates, but I'm going to be super picky just because I'm up $700. So, I mean, worst case scenario, I don't find anything that meets my, kind of picky, high maintenance, snobbish standards, if you will. Okay, who cares? I'm still up $740. So, I mean, I will be picky. I am going to be high maintenance, but we'll see what happens. All right, the markets are open. And let's just watch GameStop. Let's see if it ends up getting one of these halts or not that I thought could be a possibility that scares me. I think my level 2s are off. No, maybe not. Yeah, these level 2, I'm just going bonkers. 170, interesting breakout area. I'm going to alert it. I'm not going to take it, but for those members. Yeah.
Mommy don't want this kind.
She doesn't want that kind? Okay, well, that's the only kind I have in here. Yeah. So that's my daughter, Faye, coming in. She's supposed to do some homeschool stuff, but apparently the materials that I had in my office were not suitable to complete the mission. And yeah, this is... Frankly, I thought for sure it would have been halted during that first minute. Got that wrong. But yeah, now it's just a matter of kind of looking around, seeing what else is out there. If you do hear typing, you're not crazy. That's just me making alerts in the chat room over here. So I can't believe my broker shell has shares to short. 152 flush point. I'm going to get that alerted too. Give people a couple different choices. I'm not quite sure what to think of it. It's moving, but it's very, very jumpy, and I feel like at any point it can make some sort of movement. In what direction, I don't know. And the problem is those movements, I mean, I suppose I could go down to like 50 shares. And even in that case, if it were to move $10, that's a $500 loss. So I'd still be green on the day. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. So if I short at one, that's such a wide range. Even for that to make, that's more than a $10 range right there. Right? Yeah, that's over $10. For what would that? So I suppose I could go down to $25, or not $25, excuse me, 25 shares to try to overcome that. But there goes Tesla down. Again, I alerted 152 as the flush point there. Flush point meaning making money when prices go down, meaning shorting. But then also alerted that 170 break point. But yeah, 151, definitely, if that level fails, should make, oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Down. Woo! Yeah, that's too rich for my blood. Holy smokes, that was fast. Broke 151 and look at $10 down, just like that. You'll have to scroll back and watch the level 2s if you're new. These are the level 2s. But 151 broke, and it was down like $4 instantly. And I get it. Clay, that was the alert. That's what you said. That's what you alerted. You're so right. But you got to remember the opposite side of the coin, and this thing's going to get halted, which is what I was scared of. So watch, this is all going to shut down. Right there, shut down. So that is a trade halt. That's the government stepping in saying, listen, you little peasants, we know better than you do. This stock is too crazy for you to trade your own money that you've worked hard to earn. We know what to do with your own money better than you do. So we're going to halt the stock. And now, who knows? Who knows where it's going to open up? It could open up way down here. It could open up way up here. It could open up right there. But the point being, it's just all uncertainty right now. It's all unknown, and I don't like that. But going back to my original point, yeah, you're right. You're rational to say, Clay, you said 151 flush for it to go down. And wow, it just totally cratered. And you're right. But the other side of that coin is I'm a human being. It's not like I'm right all the time. What happens if it bounced off that level and then went back up? That could have been just as nasty in the opposite direction. So, it's always easy to sit here and play that game. But and to be fair, maybe somebody else in the community, hopefully they took that. Hopefully they were in a better risk tolerance place than me. But for me, for my personal risk tolerance, I'm not saying it was right or wrong of me to not take that trade. I'm just saying for me personally, it just didn't quite fit my risk tolerance. So that's why I didn't take it. But yeah, great example there of how the chat room works and how if people that had, like I said, a little bit different risk tolerance than me, if they took that 151, which like I said, pointed out already, but the 150, oh, wow, even better. I said 152. So they could have gotten in $1 more. I thought I'd said Oh yeah, 152. So even better, 152 flush point, absolutely beautiful. For those of you members that watch these videos, a big congratulations to you. But I'm kind of just blabbing on just because, like I said, I'm going to be extra high maintenance. And I know from past feedback. In fact, let me know in the comment section, do you still enjoy when I kind of just do this general feedback, just watching things trade? Actually, oh, wow. All right. Let's see. Wow, I do like this. What is that? 26.65. Oh, I can't even short. No. So I should have looked over here. If I was able to short, that part of the screen right there would show me a green E. So we'll go back to GameStop to illustrate that, and you'll see the green E over there. Now the 100% red, that just means that it's taking up there's basically no margin on it. It's just straight up eating into my cash position. But okay, well, never mind on PLTR. See what I mean about these videos being live? All right, cruise ships looking like they're getting beat up pretty bad right now. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right, I will go ahead and pause, and we'll see if I can find a trade. But like I said, I'm by no means going to be forcing anything. Well, was looking at CCIV here, was curious, was interested, and then once again, looking over here, you can see no green E, therefore no shares to trade. GME is back, but it's looking like it's going to get halted again, maybe. So still trending downwards. Really, at the end of the day, I would not be surprised to see this thing at all go back down below 100. Seems to slowly be fading out here. Could very well be wrong, and maybe this is just a temporary profit-taking thing before everything returns back upwards. But you got to think there's a bunch of people out there that were holding and hoping. Oh, please, come back, and it's actually made its move. So all those people right now very clearly, oh, wow, I'm taking advantage of this. I was looking at some big losses. Now I'm looking at either a break even or maybe a much smaller loss, or who knows, maybe actually looking at gains. So it makes sense now why this is pulling back. And it's just really a question of how much profit taking, how many people actually want to get out of this thing now as it continues to pull back. But again, I could be wrong. And with GME, if you were wrong, it can be a very painful wrong. So that's why I'm just watching from the sidelines. I am watching Tesla at 729 here, only 50 shares. Because if I'm wrong, it'll cost me a couple $100, which is okay because I'll still be well in the green. In there at 729. Let's see if we can get the move down here. Little worried about the yellow line there, which is the VWAP. But we'll see if this thing wants to come down. Again, if it goes back up, I'll take right around a $200-ish loss, which I'm totally comfortable with. Still have me up over $500. Well, let's see if this thing wants to come back down or if I just got maybe suckered in. And I got suckered in. So $137 loss, not as bad as expected. So still up $606, so much so that I'm actually still interested in it if it wants to come back down. But as of right now, very, very glad I only did 50 shares. Now, had that gone in my favor, I could be, sitting here saying, oh man, I should have done more. But hey, in this situation, I feel fantastic about only doing 50 shares. And then GameStop just being back to being impossible. Another halt about to show up. So watch this shut down here any second now. There you go. Shut down. Another halt. Uncle Sam knows best. Government knows best. But anyways, it is almost 10 o'clock, so 30 minutes in. And my approach to trading, I like to do what's called the be done in 30 approach, which is on average every month I want to be done trading right around 30 minutes. So of course, some days I'm way under 30 minutes. If you've watched past videos and you've seen I've been done in 5, 10, 15 minutes. And then sometimes I'll go the full 30 minutes. Days like this, I didn't have anything else going on. And then other months, I'll go longer than 30 minutes. But point here being that I do day trading. It's a side hustle. Not because I want a Rolex watch or because I want a Lamborghini. Now, if you want those things, then go for it. I do it just because I want the freedom of time. And if I can make some quality money in on average 30 minutes every morning, I'm happy with that. Freedom of time is, in my opinion, like I said, time is the most valuable commodity out there. For you, maybe it's having your private jet. Cool, man. Go for it. Get it. I'll wave at you as you fly overhead. But yeah, as I play out in my yard with the kids, because I know as a father of 4 young kids, when we're playing out in the yard and you fly over in your private jet, I don't sprinkle us down some money or something, because that's cool. Good for you. I'm happy for you that you were able to accomplish that. But for me, I just want the freedom of time. So given it's 9:30, or excuse me, given it's about 10 o'clock, I've been at it for around 30-ish minutes. I'm going to call it good. Up, let's see, with commissions, let's call it 585-ish, 590 on the day. But anyways, as my other saying, I like to always throw out there, $500 a day keeps the day job away. And that includes a losing trade. So just keep in mind when you get up, and if you get up, meaning if you're green on the day and you want to stay green, just adjust your share size. You saw it there on Tesla. Usually I'm doing 200, 250 shares of Tesla, but in this situation, I just did 50 shares. Again, had Tesla gone in my favor, I'd be sitting here saying, oh man, I should have done more. But you know what? I feel so good about my decision to do only 50 shares because I was wrong. It went against me. I took the loss, and I'm still up basically $600 on the day for, basically 30 minutes of working from home in my bathrobe. So I am definitely more than happy with that. On that one final note here, if you do enjoy these videos, because given they are live, I mean, you saw how this thing started off. If this is your first video, like, what is going on? But they are live, meaning they're not easy to make. I have to think for myself. I have to think about what I'm going to say to you. I have to actually talk to you. I have to execute my trades. I have to make those alerts in the chat room. I have to type up those alerts. There's a lot going on. So I'm not saying these videos are impossible, because they're not. They are a hassle, yes, but they're a hassle I'm willing to deal with as long as I know that there's interest. So if you do enjoy these videos, if you want me to keep making them, 2 quick things you can do. Hit the like button, leave a comment. It could be as easy as a thumbs up emoji. It could just be, some of you are just leaving dots. It's just literally a period, and that's it. That's fine too. But a comment and hitting that like button, that goes and communicates to me, hey Clay, yeah, I know these are a hassle, but yeah, please keep putting up with the hassle, because I am enjoying these videos. And as long as I know that there's enjoyment, as long as I know that there's interest in them, then I have no problem making them. So do those 2 things, and that'll communicate that to me. And then also check out the channel as a whole. Hopefully like what you see enough to, hit that subscribe button, as I'd like to have you as a subscriber. And then also, if you do want to trade alongside me and other traders and get those alerts that you saw here, all you got to do is go to claytrader.com/team, TEAM, and you can learn more about that service there that I provide. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. Everybody take care. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only 1 losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.